Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Caitlin Francis. It is 7 o'clock on this Friday morning. We're on top of several stories for you. Frustration is growing as the number of crimes committed by juveniles continues to rise across our state. Governor Ned Lamont announced plans to make changes to the juvenile criminal justice system. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galel has more on what the governor is saying to address the issue.
Communities across the state are on edge as car thefts and break-ins escalate to dangerous levels.
I think people are extremely vigilant. Some people have gotten gun permits.
Many of the crimes are being committed by juveniles and happening during broad daylight. In some cases, the crimes have involved guns, car crashes, and physical attacks.
Some of these kids, we got to be a lot stricter with. It's probably, 10% of these folks are creating 90% of the problem.
Governor Lamont says the lack of judges is slowing down our courts. There's already a backlog of cases from when the courts were shut down during COVID. The governor is also looking to detain criminals longer by making sure judges know the suspect's full history when asked to sign a detention order. But some want to see more done. For months, Republicans and activist groups have called for a special session for juvenile justice reform.
The governor has the unilateral power to call the legislature into special session to deal with these issues. Stroke of the pen. Legislature, go to work.
Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
This morning, dozens of nursing homes and long-term care facilities face significant fines for failing to enforce vaccine mandates. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Roger Suzanin has more on why state leaders are worried.
Remember, residential healthcare facilities were supposed to ensure that all of their employees were vaccinated by September 28th, but state leaders say many have fallen short. Get this, about 35% of those facilities, in fact, failed to meet that deadline, and nearly 20% have not reported any information. As a result, the state has issued about $250,000 worth of fines to the late reporters, but that is just the tip of the iceberg. The Department of Public Health says the non-reporters already face about $1.5 million in fines, and that number is growing fast because these facilities can be sanctioned by as much as $20,000 per day. The state's DPH commissioner is urging the nursing homes and residential care facilities who have not reported to do better because the stakes are high. She writes, reporting timely and accurately to DPH helps the state ensure that the long-term care industry is meeting this goal and brings confidence to the community that our most vulnerable citizens are safe. Roger Suzanin, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Time for trick-or-treat weather. We are looking at a pretty good day on Sunday. I think there might be a brief shower in the afternoon, but it's not going to impede trick-or-treating by any means, not anything like what we're expecting tomorrow. So just keep in mind it's going to be a wet day tomorrow, but a better day for Halloween. Look at those temperatures, 53 to 58. That's exceptional. That's really good for the end of October. Sun goes down at 5:46 on Halloween. Wind advisory in effect. We got to get there first, though. Yep, wind advisory in effect from 4 p.m. this afternoon through tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Gusts in excess of 40 miles an hour possible. Not as bad as the nor'easter we just experienced, but still, that wind is going to be blowing around out there. Our Doppler scans the state dry right now, which is good news. And we've got some pretty good visibility out there with mostly overcast conditions in Old Saybrook. We are looking at a little bit of fog now in Hartford. That's not too particularly good. That just kind of developed within the past half hour. 40 degrees in Hartford. And we'll take you to New Haven, where we've got much better visibility. 42 degrees, one of the warmer spots in the state. A lot of mid to upper 30s out there. Litchfield, Plainfield, Berlin, West Haven, all in the mid to upper 30s this morning. It did get as cold as 28 degrees this morning in Colebrook. 35 at Bradley, not a record by any means, but it's still pretty chilly out there. 33 in Salisbury. The temperatures are down from yesterday, anywhere from 2 to 10 degrees cooler than just 24 hours ago, and the winds are fairly light. They're picking up a little bit along the shoreline, 10 to 12 miles an hour sustained. So it's a chilly start, becoming mostly cloudy, and then rain is expected tomorrow. Let me widen out this shot and show you. That is just a big, big storm system encompassing hundreds of miles of real estate. It's just going to move out over the open waters of the Atlantic and create a little bit of a coastal storm. and then it rolls into Connecticut. So here's the early warning futurecast. Tomorrow's weather today shows us a dry day today with partly to mostly cloudy skies. 7 o'clock, there's rain knocking on our door, and by tonight, it's raining in the state overnight tonight through very early tomorrow morning with the winds whipping. And then tomorrow, there might be a little bit of a lull in the morning and then rain in the afternoon through Saturday night. But watch what happens. I mean, there are showers around at 11 tomorrow evening through the overnight into early Sunday. But Sunday morning, we start to clear things out. And just in time for trick-or-treating, there we go, partly to mostly clear skies. Let's hope that comes to fruition. That would be great news. How much rain can we expect? About an inch, half an inch to an inch in parts of the state. We don't need any more rain, and we're going to get a little bit more over the course of the next system. All right, daytime highs today becoming mostly cloudy in the mid to upper 50s, low 50s for northwest and northeast Connecticut. Sun was up at 7:20. Mostly cloudy skies tonight. Rain arrives late. Temperatures not as cool as they were this morning in the mid to upper 40s. And then your 7-day forecast includes rain tomorrow. 56 to tomorrow's a nasty day. Rain, drizzle, showers, you call it whatever you want. It's just nasty. And then Sunday, improvement. Just a chance for an afternoon shower or a sprinkle, giving way to partly to mostly clear skies at night. Monday looks good. Tuesday, a chance for showers in the afternoon for Election Day. Wednesday looks good. And then cool and wet for Thursday. That's a check of your early warning forecast. I hope you have a great weekend. Caitlin, back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. In East Haven, a woman is facing charges after police say she stole $600,000 from her husband over the span of 20 years. Donna Marino is facing larceny and forgery charges. The victim's daughter tells us Donna somehow convinced her husband that he had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He just didn't remember going to the appointment.
She was making up stories in the morning, telling him that he was running around the house chasing her.
Investigators say Marino forged her husband's signature on his pension checks, Social Security checks, workers' compensation settlements, and other legal documents before depositing the funds in a secret bank account. Donna Marino is in jail on a $25,000 bond. In New Haven, an Italian-American group is suing the city for removing the Christopher Columbus statue from Worcester Square. The American-Italian Women for Greater New Haven say the city violated its First Amendment rights when they took the monument down in 2020. The group wants the statue returned because they say it represents a sense of pride and heritage. Critics, however, argue the statue served as a painful reminder of Columbus's treatment of indigenous people. Two suspected thieves, who you see here on your screen, are in jail this morning after police chased them from Old Saybrook all the way to Cromwell. A woman used a taser gun on a grocery store employee after trying to steal from an Old Saybrook Stop and Shop. Police arrested 40-year-old Jessica Maloney and 47-year-old Thomas Kazmarski. No one was hurt. Now to the latest on the coronavirus here in our state. The positivity rate now stands at 1.77%. There are currently 191 people in the hospital. And today, the U.S. Drug and Food Administration is poised to grant emergency use authorization for Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine for kids ages 5 to 11. The FDA grants authorization. If they grant the authorization, Pfizer can start shipping a child version of the vaccine to sites across the nation. But the CDC has to green light the child version before kids can start getting those shots.
I do feel it's important to vaccinate children. All you need to do is go to the pediatric hospitals around the country. More kids are getting infected. And as more kids get infected, some of them, maybe a small proportion, are going to have a serious outcome.
The FDA agency's advisory panel is scheduled to meet Tuesday to address that, and we'll have all of those details on air and the Channel 3 app. Thanks so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News. Remember, you can get your news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great day and a great weekend. Happy Halloween.
Thanks for watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Watch us live wherever you are, on our mobile, on our streaming news app. And you can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.